Hi, I'm Melissa Carroll, and I wanted to share with you one of my favorite exercises to clear away some mental clutter and to help unlock some creative energy. This exercise is particularly good for writers, but it's really accessible and wonderful for anyone who might be feeling a little stuck creatively in your life. If you have a big project coming up or a deadline, or you're just feeling a little uninspired, this practice of automatic writing can be really, really wonderful to kind of get those creative juices flowing again. For those of you who don't know me, I am a writer. I am the editor of this little book right here, Going Om, Real Life Stories on and Off the Yoga Mat. It's kind of my baby. And I'm also a yoga teacher based out of Florida and a former creative writing instructor at the University of Tampa and the University of South Florida. And I've really been exploring the intersections between mindfulness, yogic techniques, and our creative lives, and how we can use meditation and yoga to really support and nourish our creative endeavors. And automatic writing is one of those exercises that I love so much. It's an act that is really different than what we do most of the time during our days, because so much of our days are spent in this left-brained, analytical, checking things off the to-do list mode, that automatic writing is very free, it's very subconscious, and it is not bound by the laws of logic, which can be really refreshing and liberating for our creative energy. Automatic writing just requires that you are able to pause, take a few nice deep breaths, get yourself in a centered, sweet space, have a notebook or a blank page in front of you and a pen ready to go. When I teach this exercise, I often will bring my students into a very short guided meditation so that they can relax the body, kind of quiet the mind, just feel more at peace in the present moment. And then in that meditative state, you bring your pen to the page and you don't pick it up for at least 5 minutes. You just go. And that's where we let go of logic. It's really fun. It's very surreal, like a dream state. You know, we don't ask our dreams to make a lot of sense. They can leap from one image to one scene to one idea to another without being bound by time or sense. In this way, automatic writing is very much like a stream of consciousness. You just begin with whatever comes to mind, and you go from there. This is also really, really helpful for creative writers and all creative beings who can get a little caught up in that inner critic. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. So that inner critic will interject with your work, and it will say, that doesn't sound very good, or, ooh, what will people think of a statement like that, or an idea like that, or a phrase, or a character, or a plot, or a scene. It's going to step in and impede your creative endeavor. And so this practice kind of smooths over your inner critic, and it just asks you to go with whatever's happening. As Natalie Goldberg, the wonderful author of the book Writing Down the Bones, likes to point out, it's like getting back to your first thoughts. The internal censor usually squelches our first thoughts so that we live in the realm of second and third thoughts. But really, what we're trying to do is get back to, as she says, that first fresh flash, that spark of insight that is there beneath all of the layers of busy thoughts. And this is an exercise that can be duplicated time and time again, anytime you need a little jump start. So I hope you give it a try. And if you want to give it a try with me, you can join me for an online course that I'm going to be launching in January, but it will be available after January, with Contemplative Journal. And you can head over to my website at melissacarrollyoga.com to get more information about that online course, or you can join one of my mindful writing workshops in person, which I offer around the Tampa Bay area and beyond. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for these few moments, and I hope you have a beautiful, peaceful rest of your day. Namaste.